How do you go about making the second half of your life as successful as you did the first half of your life?
It takes a lot more work to me, and something that is different than what I've been doing. And I think I've got all the right traits sitting inside of me, from the dedication, from the work ethic, from the enjoyment, from the day-to-day process that I gave to the game of basketball. But now I have to do it in a whole different field, in terms of business. And, I'm gonna make mistakes, I'm gonna learn. I think that in doing that, hopefully I will get better at what, business opportunities that are presented to me. And then, obviously the game is always gonna be connected to me somehow, either, one day owning a basketball team, or one day, obviously in this business of designing shoes and selling shoes. So, I'm always going to be connected to some form of fashion.
Fair to say, though, that there's no substitute for the adrenaline rush of what it is that you felt at the highest moments of basketball. No. There is no way to recreate that, no. And it's gone.
It's not gone. You got, once again, you live through athletes who you have influenced, who try to do the things that you did or the tendencies that you have. I can look in the NBA and I can see things that people do that I did when I played. That becomes the energy that you live through. I think that when I played, it was an art form. I was able to create this picture. Now I can't create it with the paintbrush. I have to do it, more modernly through other vehicles. Either the shoe designs, or through the kids, or through ownership of a basketball team.
You said I'm old. How introspective are you about the aging process?
You always, in your mind, you play, what if? What if I could do this, do that,
Michael, oh my goodness,
and compete against these young kids and be able to show them a few things and show that it's the difference between me and you.
Oh, yes!
But the thing about it is, you have to go in your mind and say, you know what? It wasn't meant to be. And that's the tough part for a guy who, for 20 years was able to do what he wanted to do in the game or in the basketball business, to now say, well, I can't do it anymore. I'd just rather not play, or rather not be invited, or be around it to be invited into thinking those thoughts. I stay away from the game to a point where I don't want to be asked those questions by myself if I can compete against a Kobe Bryant or LeBron James.
Flight number 23.
You have the opportunity to play against them or in games with them, and you don't wish.
Well, it's not quite the same. I could mentally, physically, I couldn't. So if I do, then obviously I can feel and I can tell the difference. Mentally, I think I can kick their butts. Physically, they got that advantage over me. And that's always going to be something that's going to be sitting there in front of me. It's up to me mentally to say, you know what? Let's get away from that thought process. Let's move on and do other things.